Most people say that if the Tesla Optimus robot can clean the house and do basic chores, it is really worth it. The fact that a robot can do many tasks from mopping, cleaning windows, vacuuming, or washing dishes is something that we humans have never thought of. It almost only exists in movies. However, this will soon happen because the Tesla bot is here. It will clean your house with an operating time of 8 hours. Elon Musk has emphasized many times that the Tesla bot is actually a machine worth much more than the money that customers spend to own it. So how useful is the Tesla bot in the real world? What allows it to become a homemaker? Discover the groundbreaking features of this humanoid robot now. Optimus is a humanoid robot built to solve boring, repetitive tasks. In short, tasks that no one wants to do. However, when it comes to humanoid robots in general, not all of us have the same perspective. When we hear the word humanoid robot, most of us immediately imagine a robot that can walk, communicate, cook, clean, and even help take care of the elderly or children. That is from the perspective of the majority of people. However, amid those optimistic visions are a series of questions that are not easy to answer, because many people are still worried about humanoid robots. What if it takes away people's jobs? Will unemployment rates increase when these robots appear in large numbers? The concern about jobs is not unfounded because it is clearly something we have witnessed. So from another perspective, there is still the fear that we are moving too quickly into a future that we do not fully understand. From another perspective, people these days don't really trust what's called a humanoid robot. That's because every day, every week, or every month, we come across news like Company A or Business B has just introduced a humanoid robot with this feature or that capability, and it's supposed to change the game. But then it pretty much disappears as if it never existed. This is the common reality of humanoid robots, and that's why many people believe they're just fancy lab prototypes that will never show up in real life. Meanwhile, others not only distrust humanoid robots, but even laugh at them when they see them moving slowly and clumsily, struggling to balance, walking as if they're learning how to take their first steps. Wobbly robot videos often become the butt of jokes, with comparisons like "walk like Biden" or "a drunken stumble." Yeah, we get it. But after spending a long time researching humanoid robots, especially after Tesla introduced the Optimus robot, we truly had to change our perspective. This is what we saw 2 years ago, and here's what's happening now. Optimus hasn't disappeared. Instead, it's becoming more and more impressive both inside and out, and this isn't the end. Elon Musk has confirmed there's a lot more to come that will surprise us before the end of the year. Recently, the Tesla CEO also said, so many improvements to come in the next design of Optimus. It's fair to say Musk has poured a lot of money into this robot, and Tesla is taking it very seriously. Simply put, Musk believes this will be the most intelligent and sophisticated robot in the world, and that everyone will want to own at least one.
You can imagine like your own personal robot buddy that is a great friend, but also takes care of your house. We'll clean your house, we'll mow the lawn, we'll walk the dog, we'll teach your kids, we'll babysit, and we'll also enable the production of goods and services. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of, it will do.
The truth is that with each demo, Tesla Bot proves more and more that it can handle a wide range of tasks that most of us expect, especially cleaning our house. So now it can pick up the trash bag, open the lid, place the bag in the bin, clean the table, tear a paper towel from a roll, stir the pot, use the vacuum to clean the floor, open the cabinet, close the curtain. Before that, it had already performed tasks like inspecting packages, serving drinks, folding clothes, cleaning the kitchen, watering plants, opening the trunk to grab items, playing games with the family, dancing, and even answering random questions. Yeah, Tesla managed to do all of that in less than 2 years. It's clear that Tesla Optimus is truly capable of cleaning your entire house. Tesla has confirmed that Optimus can take commands through voice or by analyzing the user's facial expressions and gestures to determine what action to take. This is especially impressive in many situations, particularly for Optimus owners who have difficulty communicating. They can simply use gestures to give commands, and Optimus will automatically understand.
Yeah, you'll be able to customize the personality, customize the voice, and really kind of the robot will kind of get to know you as well and know your preferences. You won't even have to say things because it'll just kind of understand you.
Imagine waking up to find Optimus moving through the rooms, controlling the vacuum to clean the carpet, using a duster to remove dirt from the dining table, and even washing the dishes in the sink from last night. It also sorted and emptied the trash properly, or rearranged the clutter on the table. Optimus's multitasking ability comes from a combination of smart AI, vision sensors, cameras, and optimized mechanical design, allowing it to adapt to any home, from a small apartment to a large mansion. At the heart of Optimus's superior cleaning ability lies its new hand, a key part that has been completely redesigned from the Gen 2 version. With no exposed actuators or wires, the new hand is fully enclosed, integrating 22 degrees of freedom to provide flexibility that closely resembles that of a human hand. Because it is covered with high-quality materials, the Tesla bot's hands are almost completely waterproof and have more tactile sensors on them, helping the robot handle complex tasks such as washing dishes and food under the tap without worrying about short circuits or rusting the internal electrical systems. Tactile sensors on the fingertips allow the robot to adjust its grip force delicately, ensuring safety when handling fragile objects such as glass or sensitive surfaces such as mirrors. You know, Optimus has proven that it can hold an egg without breaking it. The new hand doesn't just help Optimus handle complex cleaning tasks, it also enhances its multitasking capabilities. The robot can smoothly switch between jobs, from holding a vacuum to clean carpets, using a broom and dustpan to sweep up spilled food, to opening cabinets and organizing clean dishes.
Probably not next year, but like in 2026, it's really the kind of thing where you could tell it to do kind of a wide range of tasks.
Optimus's AI system is trained through neural networks and sim-to-real technology, which allows it to learn from first-person video of humans, quickly adapting to new situations. For example, if it detects a stain on the kitchen counter, the robot can adjust itself to focus on cleaning that area instead of other areas that are already clean. A system of visual sensors and cameras helps Optimus build a 3D map of the house, accurately navigating through rooms, avoiding obstacles like pets, children, and electrical cords. Many people are likely to ask a very practical question when it comes to humanoid robots like Tesla Optimus. Does it know to wash its hands after doing dirty work? Just imagine the scene. This robot finishes cleaning a toilet and then immediately turns around to grab your food without washing its hands. Sounds a bit gross, right? Fortunately, this isn't an overlooked detail in the design of Optimus. On the contrary, Tesla has integrated an AI system smart enough to assess whether the robot's hands are clean or dirty, based on the context of the task it just performed, and direct input from sensors on its hands. To put it simply, when Optimus is performing cleaning tasks, its data analysis system evaluates whether the task and environment involve exposure to dirt or bacteria. Tesla trained the robot to do this from the very beginning, which is crucial because without understanding the task and environment, Optimus could easily be exploited for harmful purposes.
I think we have to be careful about Optimus being potentially used in ways that are bad, because that is one of the possible things to do.
A robot wouldn't be useful if it wasn't smart enough to know that its hands were dirty, so it wouldn't be too difficult for it to clean its hands before doing the next task. You can also order it to wash its hands, right? What do you think about a robot that can handle multiple tasks continuously for 8 to 10 hours? And you don't even have to worry about charging it, because it can recharge itself. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what the Tesla bot offers. Tesla now uses 4680 batteries to operate Optimus instead of 2170 batteries like the older versions. By integrating the 4680 battery into the Tesla bot, the design of Optimus becomes more compact, eliminating the need for a large and bulky battery pack. This not only improves performance, but also significantly reduces the weight of the robot. For example, the second-generation Optimus has lost 22 pounds, from 160 pounds in the first generation to 138 pounds. Compared to the first generation version with a 2.3 kilowatt-hour battery, the second generation Optimus uses a slightly larger 4,680 battery pack, reaching 3 kilowatt-hours. Thanks to the superior energy density of the 4680 battery, it not only reduces the size of the battery pack, but also provides enough power for the Optimus to operate continuously for 8 to 10 hours. Of course, the operating time will depend on the tasks it performs. The more Optimus moves and carries, the faster the battery will drain. One of Optimus's standout abilities is learning through video, allowing the robot to absorb and replicate complex behaviors from visual motion data. This capability not only helps Optimus perform tasks on Earth, but also plays a key role in Elon Musk's broader plan to deploy the robot on Mars. Video learning is an advanced AI technique in which a robot or AI system analyzes video footage to recognize patterns in behavior, movement, and context. For Optimus, videos serve as a rich source of data, offering a continuous and visual representation of the physical world. For example, by watching a video of someone assembling a device or performing a manual task, Optimus can analyze each step from gripping tools to coordinating movements, and then accurately reproduce the same actions. Optimus doesn't need hand-holding. Just show it a video, whether it's a cooking tutorial, machinery repair, or a cleaning task, and it can analyze, learn, and replicate the actions almost instantly. Unlike humans who might take weeks to master a new skill, Optimus only needs a few minutes. Take cooking a steak, for instance. Optimus watches a chef's video, practices virtually millions of times, and self-corrects errors until it achieves 99% accuracy. Then it's ready to step into a real kitchen. What's more, Optimus can also learn directly from humans. You can teach it to fold a shirt just by demonstrating once, and if it makes a mistake, a simple correction like, "No, fold this corner first," is enough. Optimus will remember and improve. A breakthrough feature of Optimus is its collaborative learning system. When one Optimus learns a new skill like a dance routine, it uploads that knowledge to the network, and every other Optimus instantly acquires it. Imagine a team of robots dancing in perfect sync, like professional performers, without ever having trained together. With 1,000 robots, each learning one task per day, the Optimus skill set would grow by 1,000 tasks daily, an almost unimaginable learning speed. Since unveiling Optimus, Elon Musk has mentioned plans to send the robot to Mars at least 3 times. The most recent mention was in March, when Musk posted on X, Starship departs for Mars at the end of next year, carrying Optimus. If those landings go well, then human landings may start as soon as 2029, although 2031 is more likely. Of course, the exact timeline is still up for debate after all. Starship's success has yet to be fully proven. But setting schedules aside, the role of Optimus in the mission to colonize Mars is hard to overstate. Optimus isn't like traditional rovers such as Curiosity or Perseverance. It doesn't rely on GPS, which doesn't exist on Mars, but instead uses a 2D camera system for navigation. On a planet filled with dust, rocks, and unpredictable terrain, the ability to adapt and analyze surroundings in real time is a major advantage. Recent tests show that Optimus can climb stairs and walk across uneven surfaces not quickly, but steadily. This opens up the possibility for a new generation of robots capable of exploring canyons, hills, and even caves, places that traditional wheeled rovers simply can't reach. But what truly sets Optimus apart isn't just its flexible body, it's the AI real brain behind it. Optimus has the ability to learn from its environment, analyze minerals, and identify vital resources like frozen water, an essential factor for any long-term settlement effort. Imagine an Optimus autonomously transporting supplies, building power stations, or deploying environmental sensors in areas no human has ever explored, all without direct input from Earth. The real question is, how will Tesla recharge Optimus on Mars? If Elon Musk can solve that challenge, Optimus's potential is undeniable. 2 years ago, the humanoid robot landscape was basically a 2-horse race between Tesla Bot and Boston Dynamics Atlas. But today, it's no longer just a duel. It has evolved into a full-scale tech arms race, with heavyweight contenders from North America to China jumping into the arena. To be fair, we're not here to claim that Tesla has the best or most advanced robot on the market right now, but we do believe Tesla Optimus holds the greatest potential to genuinely impact people's lives. Yes, you might see Optimus moving slowly right now, not yet as agile as you'd expect. That's simply because Tesla needs time to refine the hardware. Behind each visible improvement are millions of lines of code, hundreds of control algorithms, and countless hours of rigorous research. The robot isn't imperfect because it's flawed. It's because every breakthrough technology starts out clumsy before it matures. If we stop seeing robots as finished products and start viewing them as evolving processes, then every small step forward becomes meaningful. Musk calls Optimus as Tesla's biggest product because its potential goes far beyond that of a robotic assistant. He envisions a world where Optimus revolutionizes labor, from factories to kitchens, and serves as the foundation for entirely new business models. With its ability to operate 24/7, its extraordinary precision, and its capacity for continuous learning, Optimus could reduce production costs by 20 to 30%, boost productivity, and create millions of new jobs through services like hourly robot rentals. You might wonder why many believe the actual price of Tesla Optimus will be higher than the $20,000 figure Elon Musk once mentioned. The answer is fairly simple. A humanoid robot isn't just a piece of tech, it's a form of virtual labor capable of generating tens of thousands of dollars in value annually by working non-stop, without fatigue, and without vacation. Repetitive, time-consuming tasks like cleaning, organizing inventory, or assisting in manufacturing, all of that can be handed off to Optimus. When you compare it to labor costs or time savings, $20,000 is actually a bargain. While the Tesla Bot Gen 3 debuted later than originally planned, that delay turned out to be a good thing. It gave Tesla time to refine the product, add new features, enhance operational stability, and maximize performance. Let's not forget this isn't a flashy tech toy. It's a humanoid robotic system with the ability to learn, navigate, and adapt to real-world context. Tesla needs time to evolve Optimus from a promising prototype into a truly helpful partner, both in everyday life and in industrial environments. And rest assured, this is only the beginning. The first few generations may still have limitations, but in the near future, Optimus will be fully autonomous. No manual programming, no constant supervision. You'll just speak, and it will act. Just recently, Elon Musk once again emphasized on X that the Tesla factory, especially our next-gen Cybercab line, is the product that autonomy and Optimus are what matter. This feels like a pretty solid confirmation that the connection between the Optimus robot and the Cybercab isn't going anywhere. In fact, you could say they're a duo. One's a bipedal robot, the other's on wheels. What's especially interesting is the key role the Tesla Bot Optimus is expected to play in helping the company roll out millions of these vehicles from Giga Texas. To put it simply, according to Elon, the humanoid robot will be actively involved in Cybercab production. He said it'll mainly be used internally, especially in manufacturing, and could replace 2 to 3 human workers with a high level of precision. But there's also a bigger picture here. Putting robots like Optimus on the production line isn't just about efficiency. It ties directly into Elon's bigger vision for Tesla. And here's the real question. If the Tesla bot can handle both factory work and help out around the house, is it actually a massive bargain at just $20,000? Why could the Tesla bot completely change how a gigafactory runs? Before we dive into how Optimus is going to be deployed on the Cybercab production line at Giga Texas, it's worth stepping back for a second because it's clear the world is going through a major transformation, and AI is accelerating that shift faster than anyone expected. Even Tesla, the world's leading electric vehicle company, isn't just an EV automaker anymore. Bit by bit, it's becoming a full-on tech company with AI right at the heart of its entire strategy. From self-driving cars using the full self-driving system, to the humanoid Tesla bot Optimus, and even the creation of Dojo, Tesla's supercomputer, built specifically for AI training. It's obvious Elon Musk wants AI in everything Tesla does. And that brings up a pretty big question. When machines start to understand humans, are we still the ones in control of our future?
You need to be the best in real-world AI, and Tesla's the best in real-world AI.
The truth is, in order for AI to become truly powerful and different basically, to bring AI into the real world, Tesla built the Optimus robot. Think of it like this. You can use AI to ask how to fix a broken pipe in your house. It'll tell you what to do, but you still have to go do it yourself. Now imagine that same AI is inside a robot, and it can actually move, think, and control its hands. It could just fix the pipe for you. That's the real difference between AI and a humanoid robot. Right now, the world is in the middle of an intense race to build humanoid robots, from China to North America. But when it comes to who's in the spotlight, Tesla's Optimus is still out in front. Why? Because it's one of the few robots that has both mainstream attention and support, thanks to Tesla's reputation and the public's curiosity. Of course, part of that attention also comes from skepticism. Elon Musk has made some bold promises, and people are genuinely curious to see how a company that only has experience making electric vehicles could possibly build a humanoid robot. According to Elon, Optimus doesn't follow the typical path that most humanoid robots take. Everything about it, from the design to the components inside, is being built by Tesla. The goal is to make it as affordable as possible. Elon believes that one of the biggest reasons other companies struggle to scale is because their robots cost way too much to produce. Tesla, on the other hand, is reusing a lot of parts from its EVs, like actuators, electric motors, batteries, and power electronics. That gives them a major edge over competitors who have to build everything from scratch. Starting with nothing takes time and money, and Tesla's skipping that whole process.
It's got the real-world AI. So Tesla's the leader in real-world AI. What we learned in the car, we translate to the Optimus robot. And we also take our expertise in electric motors, in batteries, power electronics, structural design. And then another major important thing is that we're very good at manufacturing.
Elon Musk is confident that the Tesla bot will be the smartest robot in the world because it's designed to be as human-like as possible at its core. Combined with Tesla's proprietary tech, especially its real-world AI brain, Optimus is built to handle all the boring, repetitive tasks that people just don't want to do. With the Optimus Gen 2, the number of useful tasks it can perform has already reached around 1,000, and with the upcoming Gen 3, that number might not even be measurable anymore. It's pretty wild when you think about it. Tesla is known globally as an electric car company, but Elon Musk says Optimus might end up being Tesla's biggest product ever. He believes this humanoid robot could help push Tesla's valuation to $25 trillion. That's not a small claim. Just recently, Elon announced that Tesla plans to produce at least 5,000 Optimus robots at the Fremont factory this year, and according to him, it will scale up very quickly from there. So we could be looking at 5,000 units in 2025 and possibly 50,000 by 2026. In the end, Optimus isn't just a robot. It's on track to become a full-blown Roman legion.
Half the 10,000 now, but even 5,000 robots, that's the size of a Roman legion, FYI, which is like a little scary thought, like a whole legion of robots. I'd be like, whoa, okay. But I think we'll literally build a legion, at least one legion of robots this year. And then probably 10 legions next year. And I don't know, it's kind of a cool unit,
Even though Optimus is being prioritized for use inside Tesla factories this year, Elon Musk's long-term vision is to turn it into a homemaker for everyday households. That's why in Tesla's demo videos, you mostly see Optimus doing chores around the house like cleaning, serving drinks, receiving packages, and watering plants. It's simple. Elon believes that if Optimus can genuinely handle useful tasks, then all 8 billion people on Earth are going to want one. And that, of course, could mean massive profits for Tesla.
Because I think everyone, of the 8 billion people of Earth, I think everyone's going to want their Optimus buddy. And there's going to be maybe 2.
Now imagine all the everyday tasks you usually have to handle: cleaning, cooking, washing dishes, even taking care of your family, suddenly being handled by a $20,000 robot. Optimus can run for 8 to 10 hours straight on Tesla's top-tier 4680 battery. Of course, if it's doing heavy lifting or constantly on the move, that battery life will be shorter than if it's just folding laundry or peeling fruit for you. From sorting clothes by fabric and color to preparing meals to helping out with childcare or elder care, Optimus is designed to adapt to a wide range of household needs. With improved mobility, upgraded sensors, and greater flexibility, it can even move across uneven surfaces with ease. That said, yes, it can still make mistakes. Elon Musk has openly acknowledged this, and his point is clear. The goal isn't to create a robot that never messes up. What really matters is building a robot that can learn from its mistakes and correct them on its own. That's what Tesla's aiming for with Optimus. After all, humans make mistakes too. That's just part of how we learn. Right now, Optimus is only limited in the number of tasks it can handle because it still needs more time to collect data. Just like us humans, the more familiar we get with certain tasks, the better we get at doing them. If you dive deep into a specific field, you're going to perform those tasks more efficiently because you've been trained and you're used to it. It's the same idea with Optimus. If it's trained primarily for factory work, it's going to be better at tasks related to manufacturing. If it's trained for home use, it'll be more useful around the house. Bottom line, a robot's brain needs knowledge and data the same way ours does. The more data it gets, the longer it's trained, the more tasks it can do, and with better accuracy. That's exactly why Tesla has been focusing on training Optimus all year. So by next year, it'll be ready to step onto the vehicle production line with real-world skill and confidence. Now that you've got a solid idea of what Optimus is all about, think about this. Tesla's planning to deploy Optimus directly into the Cybercab production line. So far, the Tesla Cybercab might just be the most minimalist vehicle Tesla has ever built. It's compact, stripped down, and designed with just 2 seats. According to an engineer working on the project, the number of structural components in the Cybercab has been cut down to just 80. For comparison, the Model Y has around 200. That's a 60% reduction, which makes the production process way faster. The only thing holding it back from full-scale production right now is the self-driving software, which Tesla is actively working to train and improve. But once that's ready, there's basically nothing stopping the Cybercab from rolling out. That's why Elon Musk said during the Tesla All-Hands event, Cybercab could be built every 5 seconds.
I think it'll be able to produce a car ultimately in less than 5 seconds. Like, can you imagine a car coming off the line in less than 5 seconds? That's like, whoa.
Oh my God. We honestly can't say for sure if this is 100% true because even we have to admit, it sounds a little wild. That one car every 5 seconds claim is the kind of thing that makes you do a double take. Just imagine it. You close your eyes, count to 5, and boom, a brand new car just rolled off the line. Whether Elon Musk is exaggerating or not, if this turns out to be real, and Tesla actually manages to build a car every 5 seconds, that would make car production in the US cheaper than in China. Seriously, it would also mean Tesla basically has no competition. As far as we know, no automaker in the world has ever built a car in under 30 seconds, let alone 5. Right now, the Model Y coming out of Giga Shanghai is already super efficient, with one car completed every 35 seconds. That factory runs 2 production lines, putting out around 26,000 Model Ys every week during its 140-hour work schedule. Over a 40-week production year, that adds up to 1 million vehicles from just 2 lines in Shanghai alone. If you still don't believe, check out the conversation between Sandy Munro and Lars Moravi, Tesla's VP of Engineering. It's all there. So, if the same thing applies to Cybercab, 2 production lines building 1 every 5 seconds, that's about 178,000 Cybercabs per week. Multiply that over 40 production weeks and you're looking at 7 million Cybercabs per year. So, what does building a car every 5 seconds actually mean? For one, it means the casting process for the vehicle frame has to be insanely fast. And not just fast, Tesla would need a massive casting machine to pull this off. Let's hear what Elon Musk leaked.
Which means casting's got to happen fast. Yeah. So I mean, we got to jam the liquid metal in, cool it down real fast, and then I guess maybe we need to just get even bigger casting machines. Sure, why not? Down. Yeah, let's 50,000 tons.
Elon Musk says the Cybercab production line is inspired by high-tech consumer electronics production lines, rather than the traditional ones found in car factories. It will be the first car to use Tesla's so-called unbox production line, which Musk says will be so hyper-fast that the line will move so fast that people won't even be able to get close to it. The Cybercab production line, in short, will break down the car into separate modules, such as the front, rear, sides, and floor, including the battery, which are assembled simultaneously in separate areas before being brought together. As shown in the clip from the Tesla All Hands live stream above, Musk has hinted at building a 50,000-ton die-casting machine that can produce 5 cars at once, like a mass-produced toy. Musk has repeatedly hinted at deploying Optimus on the Cybercab production line to cut labor costs. Optimus can replace many worker positions, and many positions will probably be laid off. This is something we have to admit. The truth is, Tesla isn't the only one doing this. Chinese EV manufacturer NIO has already taken a bold and solid step by deploying humanoid robots on the assembly line at one of their factories. These robots can handle all sorts of tasks: moving materials, assembling small components, tightening bolts, replacing rusted parts, checking product quality, spotting paint flaws or scratches, even identifying missing pieces. And with high-end sensors, the Tesla bot can actually perform these tasks with way more precision than a human. When Elon Musk said Tesla could produce Cybercab in 5 seconds, someone in the crowd immediately asked Elon Musk, "Are we going to be replaced by robots?" And Elon replied, "Oh no, you will be promoted to manager. Your job is to manage a team of robots working, 20, 30, even 50 robots." Apparently, it sounds like a consolation, but in fact, it is Elon Musk's clear implication that Tesla will have to drastically cut its workforce, keeping only those who can adapt and monitor the automated systems. This is no longer an option, but a necessity, because Chinese competitors are doing the same thing. Tesla will be forced to react if it does not want to be left behind. Tesla VP Lars Moravy mentioned that the Cybercab will use a 50 kilowatt-hour battery pack and still be able to go about 300 miles. If they can hit that range using LFP batteries, the pack would cost somewhere between $2,000 to $2,500. Since the battery usually makes up around 20% of a vehicle's total cost, that puts the overall cost of the Cybercab somewhere in the $10,000 to $12,500 range. Tesla has already talked about building 2 million Cybercabs per production line by 2026, and cutting down on production costs like this would not only boost demand, but also massively increase profits. Which is probably why Elon Musk is so confident that Optimus and self-driving cars will end up being Tesla's most valuable products.
I think long-term, with Optimus and self-driving, Tesla will probably be the most valuable company in the world.
Recently, Tesla has ramped up its recruitment efforts for Optimus, listing 80 job openings across various departments, from design to software and manufacturing. The large number of positions related to the humanoid robot shows Tesla is making a serious push to develop and scale the Optimus team. This comes as no surprise considering Elon Musk's recent statements about the potential of humanoid robots. Tesla's deployment of Optimus, an intelligent humanoid robot, is a major leap forward, stirring both excitement and concern in society. On the positive side, Optimus could help Tesla automate nearly the entire manufacturing process, significantly cutting labor costs, speeding up assembly, and improving product consistency. This opens the door to a future where Tesla EVs become much more affordable, giving millions around the world the opportunity to own a smart car at a reasonable price. However, the downside is just as clear. As Optimus becomes capable of replacing humans in many repetitive, monotonous tasks, and even roles outside of factories like delivery, elderly care, hospitality, and security, the risk of widespread job loss becomes inevitable. While Optimus will also create new jobs in technical fields like robotics maintenance, engineering, and oversight, not everyone will be able to adapt or reskill in time. So, while the prospect of cheaper EVs is exciting, we also can't ignore the deep disruption Optimus may bring to the global labor market. What do you think about the Tesla bot? How do you see it impacting the world? We believe that many customers will be disappointed if Tesla's upcoming affordable vehicle, the Tesla Model 2, ends up launching only in China and Europe instead of the US. This hatchback is shaping up to be the best in its class for around $30,000, featuring a design that's even more minimalistic than the Model Y, by about 30%. You might wonder how this car could possibly compete with the fierce competition in China, where EVs like the BYD Seagull, Xpeng Mona 03, BYD Sea Lion 05, and many other budget models range from just $7,500 to $20,000. But Elon Musk may have no choice. Launching the Model 2 could be a critical move to help save Tesla, especially since this is the car millions of people have been eagerly waiting for. It's been kept in the shadows for years while other models were prioritized, but with Tesla currently facing tough times, there may be no better strategy than finally bringing this car to market. So, why is the Model 2 being prioritized for China and Europe? What makes this car so exciting? Let's dive in. As we all know, China's luxury car market used to be a goldmine for American and European automakers. But those days are changing. In China, US EV automakers like Tesla are facing intense competition from local brands like BYD, Xpeng, and Geely. This has already led to a drop in Tesla's sales in the world's second-largest economy. Globally, Tesla's deliveries fell by 25% in the first quarter of this year. One reason? Tesla hasn't released a truly new mass-market car in quite a while. The focus has been mostly on upgrading existing models. On top of that, the company is dealing with growing consumer backlash due to Elon Musk's increasingly public involvement in politics. If this trend continues, it could spell trouble. So, the best solution to win back customer trust and expand Tesla's market is to launch its most affordable vehicle yet. That car is expected to arrive in June, or by the end of the year at the latest. And as we mentioned earlier, there's a very high chance the Model 2 will debut in China and Europe first. Why? Because of the tariff policy set by Trump, which imposes a total 145% tax on Chinese imports into the US. Meanwhile, the Model 2 will initially be produced at Giga Shanghai. Tesla's recent move to stop taking orders for the Model S and Model X in China is telling. It wouldn't be surprising if new models produced in China, like the Model 2, never make it to US customers either. To break it down simply, the Tesla Model 2 was originally expected to start at $25,000, but leaked info suggests the real price could be closer to $30,000. A sweet spot for attracting middle-income buyers looking to switch to electric vehicles. However, if the car is built in China and imported to the US, that 145% tariff would apply. That means the price would skyrocket, possibly up to $73,500. Yeah, you read that right. That's Model S money for what's supposed to be an entry-level EV. Way above what the average American consumer is willing to pay for a compact electric car. So realistically, no American customer in their right mind is going to buy a Model 2 imported from China under those conditions. Originally, Elon Musk planned to produce the Model 2 at Giga Texas. However, that plan has been put on hold because Giga Texas is currently overwhelmed with major projects, from building the Model Y to ramping up Cybertruck production, and most notably, developing an entirely new manufacturing line for the Cybercab, Tesla's first fully self-driving taxi. With that massive workload, it's just not realistic for the factory to make space for an affordable model like the Model 2. Now, let's talk about the Model 2, Tesla's long-anticipated ace card to make EVs truly mainstream. So far, Tesla hasn't released any official design details, which isn't too surprising. The company has become more secretive over time, following a strategy of keeping product details tightly under wraps until the very last moment. Take the Cybercab, for example. No one knew what it looked like until the actual unveiling, even though a few concept renders that came out beforehand were surprisingly accurate, about 80% spot on. It's a similar story with the Model 2. As of now, there are no official images of the car. However, throughout this video, we'll be sharing several sketches and visual renderings that can help you get a rough idea of what the Model 2 might look like, though we estimate their accuracy at around 60%. We'll also be revealing some insider information about the vehicle. From the very first time Elon Musk mentioned the Model 2, along with a few teaser images, many people quickly noticed the shape of a hatchback, short rear, compact build, and a strong urban vibe. However, for a long time, most assumed the Model 2 would actually be a compact crossover, especially after two reliable sources reported this last year. But now, that theory is starting to lose ground. Why is that? Well, the idea of the Model 2 being a crossover starts to make less sense now that it's no longer being built at Giga Texas, a facility currently focused on larger vehicles like the Cybertruck and Model Y. On the other hand, If Tesla moves production of the Model 2 to Giga Shanghai, that actually strengthens the case for it being a hatchback. The Chinese market tends to favor compact, nimble cars, perfect for everyday driving in crowded urban areas. A small, affordable hatchback would fit right into that landscape. And let's not forget, Tesla is notorious for making last-minute design changes. That's why any leaked images floating around should be taken with a grain of salt. Nothing's final until the official reveal. So what will the Model 2 actually be, a crossover or a hatchback? The answer is still up in the air. What do you think? There's another reason why a hatchback could be a huge win for Tesla. It would feel fresh. So far, Tesla hasn't released a single hatchback model. The S, X, Y, and 3 all fall into the sedan or SUV categories. So if the Model 2 really does take the form of a hatchback, it could signal the beginning of a whole new chapter in Tesla's design direction. And the reaction from customers will likely be, oh, finally Tesla has a completely new body style. The novelty the market has been waiting for. This will not only help the Model 2 stand out from the current lineup, but also easily attract the attention of those who thought Tesla was too premium or not diverse enough. Competitors like the Chevrolet Bolt EV and Nissan Leaf have proven that electric hatchbacks are both practical and popular. With the ambition to bring electric cars closer to the masses, Tesla will most likely enter this segment to maximize sales. In fact, early demo images of the car also suggest that it is a hatchback measuring around 156 inches long. The only reliable report from us is that the Model 2 will be produced on the same line as the Model 3 and Model Y at Giga Shanghai. Furthermore, it is said to be about 15% smaller than the Model 3, further strengthening the possibility that it is a hatchback. If you pay attention, crossovers are still dominant in the US, so it's understandable that everyone hopes that the Model 2 will follow this style. We also can't rule out the possibility that the Model 2 will be a small crossover if Tesla doesn't choose to abandon its most important market. And of course, as we said earlier, with the current tariff tensions between the US and China, it's unlikely that the Model 2 will be manufactured in Giga Shanghai and then exported to the US. Therefore, it's very likely that the crossover version will be produced at some US factory in the future, while the hatchback version will soon be produced in China, so that the company doesn't fall behind its competitors. What do you think about this? Tesla has long been known for its minimalist design and superior aerodynamics. Most of the company's vehicles have extremely low drag coefficients, and if the Model 2 is indeed smaller than the Model 3 or Model Y, it could take aerodynamic efficiency to the next level, especially if it borrows design cues from the Cybercab. Still, we're hoping Tesla doesn't just recycle old ideas. It delivers something truly groundbreaking. Unlike the Cybercab, which was designed for autonomous driving and only had room for 2 people, the Model 2 is expected to be a car for the masses, with room for at least 5 passengers. But be prepared, the rear seats may not be as comfortable as those on larger Teslas, and minimalism will be the theme throughout the interior. In fact, if you expect a high-end interior like the Model Y or Model 3, you will probably be disappointed. To achieve an attractive price point, around $30,000, Tesla will almost certainly cut back on many luxury features. Heated or cooled seats? Probably not. Premium audio system? Very unlikely. Giant central screen, ambient LED lights, innovative steering wheel? Almost absent. Even the wheels could be reduced to reduce production costs to the maximum. Simply put, imagine the Model 2 as a Tesla at the practical minimalist level, cutting out the unnecessary, keeping the core. But let's not rush to judge, because we still have to consider the performance and travel distance of the Model 2. With a price range of $30,000, it is unrealistic for the Model 2 to be able to compare with the Model 3 or Model Y in terms of performance. Instead, Tesla will almost certainly use a smaller battery pack, both to save costs and to reduce the weight of the vehicle. And here's the catch. The Model 2 will likely be powered by LFP batteries, the long-lasting, safe, and economical lithium iron phosphate batteries that Tesla has used in some versions of the Model 3 and Model Y. That also means don't expect the advanced 4680 battery to appear in the Model 2. That would completely contradict the car's philosophy of compactness. There are some rumors that the Model 2 will have 2 battery options, a standard version with a capacity of around 53 kilowatt-hours, which will give it a range of around 370 kilometers, about 230 miles, and a long-range AWD version with a battery up to 75 kilowatt-hours, which will allow for a range of up to 310 miles. That sounds appealing, but we think it's worth a closer look. The reason is simple. A 75 kilowatt-hour battery pack is expensive, and it would push the price of the Model 2 far beyond the $30,000 target Tesla is aiming for. That would completely go against the whole strategy of building an EV for the masses. A more realistic possibility is that Tesla might offer a range extender version as an upgrade for those customers who really need to drive longer distances. But of course, that upgrade won't come cheap. Current estimates suggest it could cost at least $7,000 extra. What really makes the Model 2 promising, though, is the manufacturing process. If Tesla integrates it into the same production lines as the Model 3 and Model Y, it could drastically speed up production and cut costs. More importantly, Tesla could apply the GigaPress technology, originally used for the Model Y, to cast large body components for the Model 2. This process not only reduces assembly time and the number of parts, but also saves valuable floor space in the factory, an essential factor if Tesla plans to build the Model 2 at massive scale. Originally, the Model 2 was expected to debut by the end of 2024, but priorities shifted toward the Cybercab project and refreshing the Model Y, pushing the timeline back and fueling a wave of speculation. Many started to believe that the Model 2 project had been scrapped altogether, mainly because it didn't seem to align with Tesla's current push toward full autonomy. Adding fuel to the rumors, Elon Musk once said a car without autonomy is just pointless in today's world. That single statement made a lot of people believe the Model 2 simply didn't exist. But what's the truth? Well, Musk could very well be misdirecting. If he reveals too much about the Model 2 too soon, it could hurt sales of the freshly updated Model Y Juniper. We mean, why would anyone spend more on a Model Y if a cheaper, brand-new Tesla hatchback is just around the corner? In reality, the Model 2 hasn't been canceled. It's simply been delayed. And if everything goes according to plan, Tesla is expected to officially unveil it within the next 2 months, or at the latest, by the end of this year, based on the company's latest internal updates. As we all know, Tesla has never really been seen as a budget automaker. From the very beginning, the company focused on the premium electric vehicle segment, emphasizing cutting-edge technology, high performance, and advanced self-driving capabilities. Even with efforts to reach a wider audience through more affordable models like the Model 3 and Model Y, their prices still remain above the average in today's auto industry. So how does Tesla plan to build a $30,000 car without sacrificing too much? Tesla insists it's doable. In fact, the company's VP of Engineering, Lars Morvey, has stated that the Model 2 will be no worse than current Tesla models despite the lower price point. He said, "The most difficult part of doing that is not making the cars worse, so I promise that they won't be a massive step down from the cars we sell today." To hit that ultra-low price, Tesla has had to significantly simplify the Model 2. That means it won't have the sleek design of the Model 3, the large battery packs, or the premium dual-motor setups of vehicles like the Model XS or even the Y. Everything is being optimized for efficiency while still retaining that unmistakable Tesla DNA. And based on how things are running right now, China is by far the most likely candidate for the car's initial production. And it's also home to Tesla's massive manufacturing hub. Gigafactory Shanghai has already proven its capability. It can roll out a Model Y every 35 seconds, with highly efficient production lines and massive capacity. Plus, Asia and Europe are currently Tesla's most important markets, and China offers a robust supply chain and cost-effective manufacturing. Once production stabilizes, Tesla will likely expand to the US or Iran, with Giga Texas being the top candidate, even though the factory currently seems quite busy. After all, most of Tesla's recently launched models are closely tied to this facility. On the other hand, Europe, especially Western countries like Germany, France, the Netherlands, and Norway, is extremely sensitive to emissions and sustainability issues. Consumers there tend to favor compact, efficient EVs suited for navigating dense urban environments. However, if you ask whether the Model 2 is suitable for production at Giga Berlin, we'd say no. While the German plant is a strategic hub for the European market, high labor costs there could undercut the pricing advantage Tesla is aiming for. Additionally, Giga Berlin has faced repeated attacks and disruptions, making operations more challenging. That's why many experts believe that producing the Model 2 in China is Tesla's best strategic move. So that's everything we know and can predict so far based on the leaks surrounding the Model 2. To be clear, not everything we're sharing is confirmed, but based on years of closely following Tesla, we're confident that around 70% of this information will turn out to be true. And here's something we'd bet on. Tesla Model 2 could attract millions of pre-orders, even surpassing the Cybertruck and previous models. The hype hasn't died down. People are still eagerly waiting for a Tesla that's even more affordable than the Model 3. So there's a strong chance the Model 2 will officially hit the roads this year. The Tesla semi-truck has always been a fascinating machine. It excites even those who have no interest in buying or learning about semi-trucks. That's because for the first time in the world, there's an electric truck that can travel 500 miles, accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 20 seconds, while carrying a full 36-ton load, much faster than traditional diesel trucks, and charge 70% of its battery in just 30 minutes. There are almost no other electric trucks in the world that can achieve this. However, when it comes to electric trucks, some argue that after covering 500 miles, diesel trucks will still be running strong while Tesla semis will be stuck at charging stations. They believe this won't be enough to convince people to switch to electric trucks. But many drivers who have experienced the Tesla Semi say they never want to drive any other truck again. The Tesla Semi delivers a driving experience unlike any other Class 8 truck, not to mention its incredibly low energy consumption and operating costs. This alone makes the Semi the best electric truck in the world. Although it was delayed for years due to Giga Nevada's limited production capacity, this year, the Tesla Semi is set to take over the trucking industry with large-scale production and integrated full self-driving. Elon Musk has continuously emphasized the massive benefits of the big rig, and here's everything you need to know about the Tesla Semi.
If you're a transport company, you don't use the Tesla electric semi, you're just losing money. Why would you do that? Do you not like money? Okay. But if you do like money, then I recommend using the Tesla Semi.
You may not realize it, but in just over a decade, diesel trucks will become a thing of the past, as most countries around the world transition to electric trucks. A prime example is Europe, which has already passed a ban on the sale of gasoline and diesel cars starting in 2035. In the U.S., the California Air Resources Board has approved new regulations and voted to ban the sale of large diesel-powered trucks from 2036, while requiring all trucks to be zero-emission by 2042. So in just a little over a decade, it will be rare to see diesel trucks still operating on the roads. Now we finally understand why Elon Musk is so ambitious about electric vehicles. More accurately, perhaps no one other than Elon Musk foresaw the future of the trucking industry before the rest of the world even realized it. While people continue to debate whether electric trucks can replace diesel trucks, the Tesla Semi is already here as proof. It is nearly on par with diesel trucks, and in fact, it eliminates many of the limitations that diesel trucks have. Tesla Semi is currently equipped with an 850 kilowatt-hour battery pack, consuming 1.7 kilowatt-hours per mile, with a confirmed 500-mile range throughout testing so far. However, the company plans to transition to using 4680 batteries in the next version of the Semi, which will be produced at a new factory instead of the current 2170 battery cells. The shift in battery technology could be a significant step toward achieving even more impressive performance metrics for Tesla's big rig. The 4680 battery is significantly larger than the 2170, increasing energy capacity by approximately 5 times and boosting power output by 6 times. This allows the Semi to achieve a longer range without requiring many additional battery cells, an especially crucial factor for electric trucks since reducing the weight of the semi-truck increases its cargo capacity. As Elon Musk has emphasized, if you run a trucking company and are not using electric trucks, you will lose. What does this mean? Clearly, we all want our trucks to consume less fuel, require less maintenance, and ultimately generate significant annual cost savings. On the Semi order page, Tesla has listed that charging with electricity is approximately 2 times cheaper per mile than refueling with diesel. Operators can see estimated fuel savings of up to $150,000 within their first 3 years of ownership. With remote diagnostics, over-the-air software updates, and fewer moving parts to maintain, operators will spend less time at service centers and more time on the road. Tesla Semi has been tested by real customers such as PepsiCo, DHL, and Saya, who have confirmed that its energy consumption is remarkable and aligns with Tesla's claims. The big rig only uses 1.7 kilowatt hours per mile, equating to an operating cost of $0.3 per mile. This means that for a 6.5-mile drive, the driver spends only about $3.30 based on current electricity prices. In comparison, a typical diesel truck requires about 1 gallon of fuel for the same distance, and with fuel prices reaching up to $3.66 per gallon, the operating costs would be significantly higher. But as we mentioned earlier, the benefits of the Semi don't stop at operating costs. In terms of maintenance, electric trucks are much simpler than diesel-powered trucks. Without an internal combustion engine, no complex transmission, and fewer moving parts, this translates to fewer breakdowns. According to Tesla, the maintenance cost of the Semi is only around 10 cents per mile, approximately $50,000 over 5 years, if the driver covers 100,000 miles per year. In contrast, diesel trucks require more frequent maintenance, including oil changes, exhaust system repairs, and engine servicing, pushing the average cost to 20 cents per mile or $100,000 over 5 years. Additionally, the durability of the Semi is also impressive. According to Dan Priestley, the Tesla Semi fleet achieves an operational uptime rate of up to 95%, including both scheduled and unscheduled maintenance. One Semi has traveled over 248,000 miles in just 18 months, demonstrating its ability to operate reliably before requiring major maintenance. Meanwhile, as diesel trucks age, maintenance costs rise, reducing long-term economic efficiency. In fact, diesel truck costs have increased significantly recently, without much change in operational methods. You might be wondering, why is the Semi so good yet it's not widespread on the market? This is a question that many people might ask, and for those who pay little attention to Tesla, they mightn't even be aware of the Semi's existence. This is the problem Tesla has been working to solve, and time is the solution to this issue. The Tesla Semi was unveiled in 2017, with the first deliveries starting in 2022. Since then, until last year, only about 300 Tesla Semis had been produced. 300 trucks over nearly 8 years is clearly a production hell. We have to admit this. Why did this happen? We previously explained the reasons for the limited number of semi-trucks in the last episode. Many factors contribute to this, but the scale of the factory and testing time are the two main reasons why Tesla has been slow with its big rig. You may or may not know that Giga Nevada is the primary production hub for both batteries and the Tesla Semi. However, with a total area of only 5.4 million square feet, the factory is not large enough to establish a mass production line for heavy-duty trucks. Unlike SUVs, sedans, or pickup trucks, a truck manufacturing plant requires significantly more space to accommodate the complex assembly process. As a result, since Tesla began delivering the Semi to its first customer, PepsiCo, production numbers have remained limited. By the end of last year, only about 200 Tesla Semis had been produced, with Tesla retaining around 100 units for internal use and the rest delivered to pre-order customers. This means Tesla has yet to fulfill all of its committed orders. However, things are about to change. With a massive $3.6 billion investment in a dedicated factory for semi-production, now approximately 60% complete and mass production could begin in Q4 this year, with an estimated output around 10,000 units. This new facility will add an additional 4 million square feet of production space, enabling Tesla to ramp up semi-production to an entirely new scale. While official production capacity numbers haven't been disclosed, given Elon Musk's ambitions, the Tesla Semi is sure to enter full-scale production at an incredible pace. Elon Musk is confident that by the time the new factory is fully operational in 2026, Tesla will produce up to 50,000 Semis annually, a highly ambitious figure that would mark a major leap in the electric transportation industry. This means that more than 135 Semis would roll off the production line every day, equivalent to over 5 trucks per hour, or one every 10 to 15 minutes if the factory operates 24/7. Last October, after transporting 2 semi-trucks from North America to Europe, Elon Musk emphasized on X that Tesla Semi will be available worldwide. Previously, we believed that the Semi could only operate in the US due to the size and regulations for trucks in Europe, which differ. However, Some confirmations from the Semi team suggest that the versions of the Semi produced at Giga Berlin will be adjusted in certain aspects. Furthermore, if customers decide to purchase the Semi, they will be able to customize its configuration. For example, if you only need to carry goods within 250 or 300 miles, Tesla can install a smaller battery pack and other accessories to suit your needs, allowing you to buy the Semi at a lower cost. As of last year, the price for the 500-mile version of the Semi was disclosed to be $250,000. Regarding bringing the Semi to markets outside of North America, Tesla has mentioned that they only need to make minor adjustments, such as modifying the wheel covers and turn signals, to meet the requirements of these markets. In fact, from the beginning, when the Semi was still in the design phase, Tesla aimed to create a large truck that closely adhered to international standards. This means they wouldn't have to start from scratch or make major modifications to bring the Semi from North America to other markets. As you can see, they have two versions of the Semi, with ranges of 300 miles and 500 miles, and two different sizes. The current versions also do not have a sleeper cabin, so when the Semi enters Europe, they will need to include a spacious sleeping area, which, by regulation, will be set up with a metal frame behind the cabin. According to Dan Priestley, adding a sleeper will allow drivers to make longer trips. The Tesla Semi already has a spacious cabin with easy access to control buttons, featuring 2 screens and Tesla's top-tier software. Drivers won't have to wait long to charge, as the Semi only takes 30 minutes to charge up to 70%. During this time, drivers can unload cargo or take a break. Thanks to the independent front suspension and regenerative braking system, drivers won't need to press the brake even once during their trip, and this is one of the reasons why drivers are so excited about this electric truck. Since its launch, the Tesla Semi has been incredibly unusual, not just because of its astonishing performance specs. It's also strange because its cabin design is unlike any other truck. Unlike traditional trucks which have an offset driver's seat, the Tesla Semi features a centrally positioned driver's seat in the middle of the cabin. This design offers significant advantages, including a better panoramic view, reduced blind spots, and improved visibility when turning or navigating through dense traffic. Additionally, the symmetrical design allows the truck to be compatible with all markets without requiring structural changes to the cabin, making production and operation more convenient in countries with different traffic rules. The cabin space is also more spacious, providing greater comfort for the driver and making entry and exit easier. Moreover, the Tesla Semi integrates 2 large touchscreen displays on both sides, enabling the driver to monitor information easily without excessive head movement. This design is also optimized for driver assistance systems, helping to reduce fatigue on long hauls. We all know that being a truck driver is considered one of the most dangerous jobs due to the many risks associated with working conditions and driving environments. According to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, there were 168,731 accidents involving large trucks in the United States in 2023, resulting in 4,970 fatalities and 71,272 injuries. Oh my God, that's absolutely terrifying. Thus, the global transportation industry is currently facing a driver shortage, largely due to the high number of accidents. This is mainly attributed to truck drivers having to endure long hours on the road, often driving overnight, leading to fatigue and drowsiness. This exhaustion reduces their reaction time and increases the risk of accidents. Additionally, the pressure of tight delivery schedules makes it difficult for drivers to stay fully focused. As part of an effort to encourage drivers to adopt the Tesla Semi and to help alleviate the industry's driver shortage, Elon Musk recently announced that the Tesla Semi will soon be equipped with full self-driving by the end of this year. The full self-driving feature on the Tesla Semi is expected to bring numerous benefits, especially in the context of the ongoing driver shortage. With full self-driving, the Tesla Semi can help reduce the stress of continuous long-haul driving, allowing drivers to rest while the truck operates autonomously. This helps maintain their health and alertness, ultimately reducing accident risks caused by fatigue. Additionally, this technology has the potential to address the labor shortage by improving working conditions, making the trucking industry more appealing to new drivers. However, human intervention will still be necessary in complex traffic situations or when parking. One of the biggest advantages of full self-driving is its ability to operate continuously with minimal downtime, increasing freight transport efficiency and reducing disruptions on long-haul journeys. In 2020, Bill Gates stated that the world should adopt electric vehicles as much as possible. However, he also claimed that batteries will never be a practical solution for heavy-duty, long-haul vehicles, cargo ships, and passenger jets. This implied that a battery-powered Class 8 truck would not be viable for the trucking industry, let alone whether an electric truck could perform well. Yeah, and now we have the answer. Musk once said that Bill Gates knew nothing about electric trucks, and the Tesla Semi might be the clearest evidence to counter the Microsoft founder's claim. If, in 2 or 3 years, the Semi reaches global markets, it could bring significant benefits in reducing pollution from diesel-powered semi-trucks. According to the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, medium and heavy-duty trucks consume more than a quarter of the U.S. fuel supply, despite making up only 4% of vehicles on the road. Fully electric trucks could make a substantial difference in cutting down the burning of dirty energy sources that contribute to global warming. If you care about the environment and recognize the severe pollution caused by diesel trucks, you'll have even more reasons to choose an electric truck. Although electric trucks have the potential to transform the transportation industry, this remains a challenging market. Producing electric trucks requires large-scale manufacturing and substantial financial investment. Otherwise, manufacturers risk significant losses. Recently, Nikola Motor, the company that once sued Tesla for allegedly copying the design of its electric semi-truck, is now facing the risk of bankruptcy. According to the latest report from the Wall Street Journal, Nikola is working with the law firm Pillsbury Winthrop Shaw Pittman to evaluate its options, including selling assets or restructuring under bankruptcy protection. A Nikola representative confirmed that the company is still assessing its financial situation and considering funding options to restructure its business operations. Nikola was once considered a formidable competitor in the sustainable transportation industry, strong enough to accuse Tesla of copying the Nikola 1 prototype for its Tesla Semi. However, everything started to collapse when Hindenburg Research released a report in 2020 accusing Nikola and former CEO Trevor Milton of exaggerating the company's technological capabilities to attract investors. As a result, Milton was convicted of fraud in 2022 and is currently appealing his sentence. Following this scandal, Nikola continued operating under new leadership and launched the Nikola Tre truck. Nevertheless, the company's financial situation remains dire. According to its latest earnings report, Nikola produced over 80 trucks in the quarter ending in September, but reported a net loss of nearly $200 million. With its current struggles, Nikola's future is more uncertain than ever. Fortunately, Tesla has managed to overcome challenges over nearly 8 years with the Semi. It ultimately did not fall into the so-called production hell that many had feared. Instead, the Semi is poised to take over the trucking industry by the end of this year and in the years to come. So, what do you think about the Tesla Semi? Thanks for watching our video. If you want to explore more exciting information about the Tesla Semi or Tesla EVs, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, make sure to subscribe to Tesla Car World and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.